Hi, welcome to another video on my driving robot Mydfir with color recognition, line following and active sonar. Last time I found that I had to change the input sensors. Well, not directly the input sensor, but more like the inputs of the interface. So I used for the colors A2 and I want to change it to A1, and for the line following so far I used digital inputs 1 and 2 and I want to change that to 3 and 4. See if that makes any difference at all. So let me now change them. 2 becomes 4 and 1 becomes 3. And I still have to change that in the software. This already has been changed last time and this I'm going to change now. Is there any difference? Well, for the rest, not really. Let's take a close look at this tire. Well, it is still at the same place with a slight rupture, but so far it holds. And as far as the eye can see, no wiring problem. So let me put it once again on the track. It is not doing anything yet, but with 4 light sources and the shadow play should be okay, I think. So let's go see the code and how that works out. So we're now watching the code, and the last thing I did last time was changing from A2 to A1, which is for the color recognition. So now I am going to change the line following, and right now that is 1 and 2. So this is going to be 3 and 4, which I also have to change here. It is not really spectacular, although I have to change everything, of course. And I will leave this where it says I1, I will just leave it. But these inputs I have to get right. And if you look at how many times I have to change it, you get a notion that you're using things quite a lot. I have here 3 if statements, and each of those has to be changed, of course. Now this is not correct. And I wonder how was that? See, that was 1. So this has to be oops. So this has to be 3. This has to be 4. When you're replacing code, be very careful. You may ruin a lot. And then when this work is done, and of course it can be much quicker with find replace, edit and then find etc. But this way you get a good look at the code and you can see wherever things can be adjusted. No such thing needed right now. So let's save it and see if we get some nice input on screen or output on screen, whatever. It has a fresh battery, and right now already it says I've lost the line, which is next to the blue, and this is so with the input 3 and 4. So this already shows that it actually doesn't matter which line you input you use, because this was the same result as I had with 1 and 2. So that's a remarkable result. It doesn't this shows that it doesn't depend on which one you use. It is somehow the algorithm, although this last time it proved to be not very consistent. So also last time it showed that if you wait a few minutes, which for a video is quite boring to watch, then it suddenly can correct itself. So I won't show that if it does, because you never know if it happens or not, which is also annoying. But this shows, unfortunately, it is no solution. So I can just as well quit this and see how this behaves on screen when I correct it. Let's just do that. So obviously this doesn't quite work. Let me go to the sonar part and see how this works out. And it stops again. Also you can see that the red and the green light up, and now the red again, which is faulty because it doesn't, there is no red there. So why the red light is flashing right now is beyond me. And now you see what is happening, that it follows, and at the edge of green it just loses the line again. Now I'm very curious what happens now. And this didn't happen last time, that on this part of the track there it loses the line. I think it happened just once, but not that many times. And also again you see the red light flashing, and now it has a problem because it detects the tripod and it loses the line. Actually what happened now is very odd, that at the colorless part of the line it loses the line multiple times. So I wonder why that is. Now this is the same thing repeating. Now you saw some auto-correcting. Let me correct the camera. Does it do some auto-correcting now as well? I don't see it. So let's intervene. This is actually quite nice behavior. Remarkably nice behavior. So why is it stopping now instead of at the end of the color blue? That's also odd to see. And it is flashing red again. So this is non-standard. Well, if you consider wrong behavior standard. Anyway, let's take a little look at the code again. Now something remarkable just happened. There's about 1.5 minutes between ending the last segment and starting this segment, and it started auto-correcting itself suddenly. Here you see nothing, and then suddenly you see blue, and then it says, okay, I see blue, but I see no line, and that is something different. And it detects another color. So it is somehow auto-correcting itself, but why does it take such a long time? That is quite remarkable. Now once again it stands still, and the question is how long? How long will it stand still? Do I have to auto-correct? Do I have to hold my hand in front of the sonar to correct it? And talking about sonar, here you can see that it is set to a distance of 15 centimeters. So now let's get sure. Alright, so actually I didn't show you the code more prominently, but one is on distance 1 and the other side is on distance 2. Now what happens is that this sonar has a minimum reliable distance of 2 centimeters. So closer than 2 centimeters it doesn't recognize anything reliably. And the point is that here, and that is a bit confusing, as long as objects are further away than 5 centimeters, it just keeps going on the whole algorithm. While this, and that doesn't really make sense, but if things are closer than 15 centimeters, it says okay, I have to avoid things. So I think this behavior needs to be changed a bit. And here for the other one, and here you can see that if it is if the one is detected, it shows red, the red light, and here it shows the blue light. So what is wise to do? There's a remarkable difference, of course, between 5 centimeters and 15 centimeters. I think 5 centimeters is better. So let me change that. I think this is way more logical. Yes, so then you can see that a fresh look at code, no matter how long ago it has been written, can be a very good thing. And of course I haven't saved it yet, so it is not the code as it which is running now. On the other hand, it is still waiting. And I have been doing this segment, this part of the video, for almost 5 minutes. So for 3 minutes it has been waiting and see what is whatever is happening here. So let me change this. I interrupt it. I change this, save this change, and I will start it again. See whatever happens in reality. Alright, as you can see, the between the last segment where it was and where it is now, there's a change, as I told you. I am going to restart the code with the sonar change. So let's see. For now, may get quite boring, by the way, that if it is capable to autocorrect. So I'm starting the code now. Is it able to do anything at all? Right now it doesn't do anything. It just notices there's a different color and and that it doesn't see any line. But is it able to autocorrect? And yes, we are counting the seconds. Not much happening, I'm afraid. Not right now, but then again, last time it took over a minute to do something. And I don't even hear the motors. I do see the blue light is working, which is in itself correct because it is sensing blue. So at least that is something that works. Okay, enough waiting. I'll see for the sonar. What is it doing now? Alright, this isn't good. I didn't expect this to happen. And I am not interfering anyhow. I'm not interfering in any way. I'm not touching the computer. The algorithm just runs, and this is what it does. Question is, why does it do it? Let me go for the sonar again. And it goes red again, but that is probably because I influenced the sonar. Although that should not be possible now because I am not in front of the sonar anymore and it still flashes. And yes, the red light should flash upon detecting one of the sonars, the other one is blue. But then again, I'm not there anymore, so it shouldn't flash. Sonar time again. Alright, the other sonar. Which was clearly the blue light for the sonar, but then again, this is really odd behavior. It loses the line again, and it keeps flashing red for the other sonar. So I don't know what this is about, but I don't like it. Well, let's get back to the code. When I look at the robot now, it is flashing red, which you can see as well. It says red and then some value. It happens very shortly. Again, red 8. Red 8. It doesn't make any sense because it isn't even close to the color red. It just has lost the line in between blue and green. Now looking at the code for the sonar, here I put the lights to 0. Then when it senses D1 closer than 5 centimeters, and remember what I said, the minimum reliable resolution, no, the minimum reliable distance to measure with this type of sonar is 2 centimeters. So this is between 2 and 5 centimeters. Then 4 becomes red. 4 is burning softly, which means red. Then here same thing, but 8 is going. And for the rest there is no detection. Well, no distance detection, sonar. Looking here, this is just the color recognition, which I have transferred to A1. And here is the line detection. So why is it autocorrecting in the way that it does it? By the way, something is remarkable, because here with no line, which is happening here, no line at all, then it says, alright, I fully stop. So no movement at all, no autocorrecting, it just stops. Then on the right side of the line, it also stops. And then the left side of the line, oh wait, this is, why do I say stop? This is not stop. This is slowly right. This command is wrong. Yeah, okay, this command doesn't make sense. This indeed is stopping. This is, well, let me say left. And this is right and this is stop. Here it stops. So these commands are not correct at all. Or slowly left. Well, this is left, this is right. So this is odd. And here it is driving over the line. So like I said, it is good to look in detail into the code from time to time. Still, it hasn't autocorrected itself. And the question is, will it? So far I haven't changed the code really, just changing commands now. But the odd thing is that from stopping there is no way it autocorrects itself, yet it does. So I think next time it may be very worthwhile to go over the code and reconsider the structure and the algorithm itself. Because right now, especially here, there is something which is a bit off. But I don't know what yet. And with that, I want to thank you for watching. And I hope you liked what you saw, with again some odd behavior. A red flashing light that is not explainable. Some autocorrecting which according to the algorithm should not happening. Or there's something happening that I wrote that I don't know anymore. Also possible. If you like this video and my other videos maybe, please subscribe to my channel. If you don't want to do that for some reason, you can also follow me on Twitter. You can also follow me on Instagram. And this is certainly going to be continued. So, bye bye.